Hello everyone, welcome back to the video. Today we are going to see about some interview questions of Docker and some tips and tricks related to Docker. If you are preparing for your interview and interview crack in companies like Red Hat, Amdocs, Cognizant, and Quantify, and like this we have some more companies which hires DevOps engineer, and they certainly ask this particular questions on the DevOps or on the particular profile as a Docker. So let's begin with this video. If you have not liked the video, please like, and if not subscribe, please subscribe it, and please share it in your groups. All right. And if you have any query, you can just comment down in the section. We'll take from there, and I will give my best reply out to each and everyone. All right. So let me begin with the video. So let's make quick. So the first question is like, how will you run multiple Docker containers in single host? So for running this part, we have a Docker Compose. Docker Compose helps in running multiple containers in a single host part. Alright. Then coming to the second question, uh, we have Docker compose.yml file, and on that we can run multiple containers. Alright. If you delete a container runnings, what happens to data store? Like basically the data goes away. However, we can use Docker volumes to persistent even if data is contains deleted, but we need to create PV and PVCs to firstly persistent the data. Then only if you have not persistent the data, then the data gonna goes. All right. So coming to the third question, how do you manage sensitivity security data like password in Docker? So Docker secrets and Docker environments all manage Docker. We have Docker secrets and Docker environments. These are the two variables where we can manage our sensitive data like passwords and many more things like all the sensitive parts. All right. Coming to the fourth question, what is the difference between Docker image and Docker container? Basically, Docker image is a template that contains application libraries, dependencies. We have whole image where we have all the dependencies running in an application. But if you're talking about Docker container, is a running instance of Docker image. We basically launch a container like Docker run-it, and we provided the image name and we provided the container name. So basically, you have got a difference. What is about Docker image and what is about the Docker containers part. So coming to the fifth question, how you handle persistent storage in Docker. Basically, I just told you like by using PV and PVCs, like PV is generally persistent volume. So using the Docker volume and the Docker bind mounts, basically we in the Docker world we generally use this Docker volumes concepts to handle the persistent storage. Okay. Coming to the question number 6, what is the process to create a Docker container from a Docker file? So when we create a VIM as a Docker file, and then we run the command as docker build, and we provide with the dot and -t and what all the folders we have. So docker build is command to create a Docker image from Docker file. Docker run command is used to create container for the Docker images. All right. So let me quickly go to this question number 7. What's the question number 7 says? How will you scale Docker containers on traffics on to your application? So we have one concept in the Docker generally known as Docker Swarm. I will be make a video soon on the Docker Swarm and will explain more about in the Docker Swarm. But if interviewer asks how you can do like there's a tool as Docker Swarm, or you can use Kubernetes auto scaling products to manage this traffic part. Okay. Coming to the question number 8, we have when run and CMD instructions to be executed. So run is like to execute any particular command, like when we are building a Docker image. So run is being used like yum install something, yum install apt, yum install httpd, yum install something if you want to execute some command while building a Docker image. And CMD instruction are executed while starting the Docker. If you want the command instruction should be executed when the Docker is starting, so there we use CMD parts. Okay. Ninth questions, what is the difference between copy and add? Copy, we copy local files and folders from the Docker context, the Docker images. Okay. So if you want to copy like from one, like we generally copy from one place to another place. Okay, so this is the Docker like copy. And if you're talking about the add, we generally, it's similar to the copy only, but only the difference is about we can download files from remote location from internet while creating the Docker images. Where yeah, it simplifies that. We can just generally download the files from the remote location where we all have the locations, and from there we can directly download our file. Okay, coming to the question number 10, this is the most important question which companies generally ask, every company asks if you are going for the interview of the DevOps. What is the difference between CMD and entry point? So it's, as I told you previously, like CMD is generally instruction which is executed while we are starting the containers. Okay, so when we start the process or the application center containers, CMD has been executed. But entry point is also similar to the CMD, but entry point instruction will also executed while creating containers. But CMD instructions can be override by creating a containers where entry point can't be overridden while creating containers. Like basically CMD's instructions are gets overrides and all those part, but here if I talk about the entry point, so entry point doesn't allow to instructions to be get override. Okay, you get my concept. So coming to the last question, what the last question is saying all about, we both have when we both have CMD and entry point instruction in Docker find. Okay, CMD instruction will not be executed and CMD instruction will be passed as an agreement for the entry point. So the basically question is asking like if you have both the things, so which gonna run? So CMD instruction will not be run. Okay, executed, and CMD instruction will pass as the argument for the entry point, and entry points are nothing, they are just overhidden while creating the container. So this was some questions, important questions which are generally asked in the Docker's world of DevOps. Some asked the Docker questions on the Docker and Docker files. We'll create more videos like this. If you like the channel, please share and subscribe. If you have any query, you can just ask me in the comment section. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you.